noticed these weird robotic pens that everybody seems to be sucking on? Yeah, we have too. It's an alternative to smoking a cigarette. It's commonly called an e-cigarette, aka vaporizer, aka vape, and it serves many different purposes.
The main one being helping smokers kick the habit by providing a device that heats up liquid nicotine into vapor rather than smoke.
But there is limited research into this product that is threatening the big tobacco industry. Is it harmful? And are Queenstowners hooked? I think it's a Strawpoll time.
So why are you doing this about vaping?
Because we want to see whether there's actually a culture in Queenstown. Because it's such a new and bizarre thing.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen one person vape here.
Is it big over in Aussie?
Yeah. Vape, yeah.
You walk down the street, for 10 minutes you'd see at least 3-4 people vaping.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite popular in Melbourne, I would say.
Is it big back in your country?
Yes, massive.
Massive.
Yeah.
So whereabouts is that?
Bombay in India.
Yeah, in Auckland you see it all the time.
Yeah.
So compare it to little old Queenstown, not really?
Not as much yet.
Yeah, yeah.
It's getting there, but not as much.
So vaping,
Yep.
do you think there's a market for it in Queenstown? Is it?
Big market, yeah, because you've got all the Europeans, the Americans and stuff coming, having their own vape machines and stuff and need liquids.
Have you caught any customers trying to sneak a vape up in any of the premises?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen too often, to be honest, which is good. Most people do come outside and smoke or go to a smoking area, but certainly there's been a couple of people that you've seen just a big puff of, vape go up in the air. And so they're saying, well, what's the problem with that? But it's still intrusive, it's still, it's not particularly nice for those around it. So, yeah, it doesn't happen very often, I think once or twice.
So what's happened in Australia, it's grown a fair bit, but it's quite restrictive with the government. Every state is trying to put it under tobacco law.
The only reason we don't have them at the moment is it's actually still illegal to sell them with nicotine in them. My belief is the government's turning a blind eye to it, but we don't really seem to be pushing the limits at this stage.
I associate the whole vaping thing with smoking.
Yeah.
Because it is a similar thing, so I think it should probably fall in the same bracket as tobacco products.
Like in New Zealand, it's only just sort of taking off now with them coming up with regulations to basically go into e-cigarettes and the liquids and how to sort of tax it, because they want to tax it same as cigarettes so they can get something out of it.
Right.
Even though it's 95% better for you, you are still getting your nicotine.
I don't think it's more harmful.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely better than smoking cigarettes.
The evidence is still out as far as I know, but I would say significantly less.
I told them we should be vaping instead.
Should be vaping?
Yeah, I
What? Why? Do you think it's better for you?
I feel like it's been proven that it's not even healthier.
I don't know, it doesn't smell as bad.
Is it any different? I mean, you don't get the tar and stuff, but it's still addictive, so what's the difference?
We also contacted the Cancer Society, and they provided us with their statement on e-cigarettes. While e-cigarettes may be less harmful than tobacco cigarettes, we simply don't know what the long-term effects of their use will be, as it's not known what's in them, and they have not yet been subject to regulation in New Zealand.
Do you reckon vaping will be harmful? Because there's not enough research into it.
Okay, so when smoking started, right, it took ages for it to become as a harmful thing.
Yeah.
I think the scientific process has improved quite a bit from the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, totally.
And vaping's been out for about 10 years approximately. So there's obviously it is not as harm-free as just inhaling air.
Yeah.
Because there are particles, there are things in there that probably can do damage in large quantities, like anything else.
Yeah.
The key thing is that vaping isn't as harmful as smoking.
If I decide to quit, I'll probably go on to that as a step down from it. So I've got absolutely no problem with it whatsoever. It's everyone's personal choice, but it's just not for me. I think I find it a bit weird personally.
I feel like I would socially exclude someone that vapes.
What about...
Like your nan vapes, so like, she does.
Well, one thing's for sure, when looking into this growing vaping culture, the traditional cigarette is definitely more harmful.
But it is going to take a while for science to determine whether vaping has long-term effects and whether it can cause cancer, like the traditional. But we can presume that there is probably some effect involved in vaping, because the only thing you really should be inhaling is air.
This is Lauren Preble and our Californian beach girl out for LWBTV. Can we get you puffing on your vape?
Yeah.
Woo! Why do you prefer vapes?
I don't know, I don't even smoke. Just cause. Why not? Tastes good.
Tastes good?
Yeah.
What flavour are you on?
Apricot.
Apricot.